What's up, guys? I'm really excited about something that just came in. Um, Now, with all side-by-sides and razors and whatnot, safety is the main thing, and what better way to start than with a cage? So that's what I got. I picked up a cage, and I'm going to give you guys a quick glimpse of what that cage looks like. Ah, just kidding. That's a stock cage. Aftermarket cage. Right there. Yes, it's in pieces. This is a CageWrx kickdown cage. Everything comes bent, comes notched. You just put it together. This is for the turbo 4-seater. Obviously, they make the 2-seater cages, and they make a cage for the Yamaha 1000. Now, everything, like I said, is already notched. They even put these little tabs in here, so it can only go in one spot. There's no guessing. Oh, I got to measure 20 inches this way, 10 inches that way. It's all marked where it has to go. Comes with the cage bungs. The fronts have the holes in them for your wiring. Comes with the shock mounts, or the rear shock reservoir mounts. Seat belt, not seat belt, but door brackets. So that's what it is. I'm going to make a video putting this together. Alright, so we're going to remove the stock cage. It's easiest if you break it down in two by removing these bolts. Also, you're going to want to jack up the frame. When you remove the cage, the chassis will flex. The cage actually holds a lot of the machine together, so it will flex, and you'll notice it when you take out the front bolts, or whatever bolts you take out last. They're gonna pop. So that, and installing the new cage, you're gonna want it. You're gonna want it supported. It takes a little fine tuning, but you'll figure it out. You can do it just with a 4x4 post and a jack or a car lift. So let's get started removing this cage. You want to start by putting the A-pillar on. The A-pillar have a hole for your wiring, so you know which ones those are. The brackets, the B-pillar. These are the brackets for the B-pillar. They'll bolt right in and then weld to the actual B-pillar. We'll get to that. So your C-pillar's got a flat end because your door frame is going to sit on the other side. And the last ones, they got the rounded, the beveled end. Those are going to be for your shock mounts, or the end of the cage. When you get the top pieces in, you just ratchet strap to pull them tight to hold them in. Every once in a while, you want to take a tape measure and just measure, make sure everything's straight and that the cage is square. You can see where they're labeled, and if it's got an M, that is for the passenger side. So these are the C-pillar. We're going to put those in now. So we put up the center part at the top. We will take the ratchet strap or another ratchet strap, put it front to back, just to close up these gaps because you want them nice and tight like this and like that. Now we're just tacking in these back braces here. The front ones aren't tacked in yet. And then we'll tack everything up, and then we will do the B-pillar. We're going to do it with everything tacked up just so nothing gets moved around. So we're finishing getting everything tacked up. I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse of what the cage looks like. So, all nice joints. This cage is super nice. Everything was bent perfect. Everything was notched perfect. It was all deburred. It's a real nice put together kit. So the kit comes with all your brackets. These are for your B-pillar, and it tells you where they go. Driver's side inside. This is a passenger side. Driver's side outside. So they'll go like this, and they will bolt right into that factory location. You use all your stock hardware. This is how you put together the B-pillars. Passenger inside, passenger outside. Use your factory hardware. Alright, we finished welding up the cage. I put all the seatbelt brackets and stuff in. We installed it back on the rig, obviously. It all lined up good, fits good, it looks great. The only thing that you have to do with this cage that is not included on the four-seater is these front door hinges. You can cut your stock ones off your stock cage and just weld them on. Or what I did was I just made my own out of some like 1.5 inch flat stock and a couple of 3/4 inch pieces of tubing, and I just cut them to fit, so they fit between the doors and that the pin bushings fit in there. And I'll give you a look of what that looks like if that's what you want to do. But besides that, now we're gonna take it off, send it to powder coating. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a glimpse of what I did for the hinges. Right now they're tacked. When we pull all the plastic off and the cage back off, I'm just going to throw a weld on them, but that's all I did. Same thing with obviously the other side. That's it on the CageWrx cage. Definitely a nice cage. Nice to put together. And also with this cage, they have roofs that fit specific cages, and they got rear bumpers that tie into the cages. And as you can see, I've already put on my fasteners for the roof, my brackets for the roof. I did that now because I'm going to set it to powder coating, and you're going to want to install these before you go to powder coating because they're going to weld right onto the cage. Alright guys, we finished welding the cage up. I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about the cage and some of the stuff used on the cage. This is all 1020 DOM tubing. It's all 1 3/4. It's 0.95 wall. The cross tubes are 1 1/4 inch. And like we said before, it comes with everything you need: your seatbelt brackets, your door brackets. All of the cage bungs are all CNC machined in house. So this cage is made in the USA. It's a nice cage. It went together super smooth. Everything fit perfect. It's all manual bent, obviously. It's all laser notched. It's all deburred and everything. It fit perfect. I was super happy with that because I never built a cage before, so It went together awesome. They have a tab and slot design, and I showed you some of that, and how that goes is where tubes interconnect, where this tube meets this tube will have two holes in it, and this tube that's going into that, intersecting with that tube, you're going to have two notches, and it will basically clip right in, snap in almost, and it's only going to go in one way, so you know exactly where the tubes are supposed to go, because it's only going to go in one spot. And you only need a few tools to build this cage. A couple guys, two guys, 3 guys maybe. You need a MIG or a TIG welder, a qualified welder. You're going to need a couple ratchet straps to pull that cage in. That's what holds everything together before you tack it. You're going to need a tape measure, to measure and make sure you're square. And you really just measure from that corner to this corner, and then you go the other side. You make sure, you get the same number, make sure that that cage is square. You're going to need some hand tools to get all the bungs off and remove some of the plastic pieces to get to like your B-pillar. You're going to need a floor jack to get that machine off the ground, or almost off the ground. That chassis is supported, so it doesn't bow in the center of the chassis, and once it's supported, everything will fit perfect. For tube orientation, so you know what tube goes where, they have a CAD drawing on their website that you can download, and I will show you what that looks like. So this is the CAD drawing. You can zoom right in, and if you click on a tube, it will tell you which tube that is. Slide that over, that's tube number 2. So obviously all these tubes are labeled which one is which. So between that CAD rendering and all these tubes being labeled, you know which one goes where. That's about it on this cage. We're ready to pop it off and get it powder coated. Super happy with the install. I highly recommend the CageWrx cage. They go together so well, and it's a strong cage. They designed this cage for being used. So that's it for the install of the CageWrx cage for the 4-seater turbo, and it would be the same for a 4-seater 1000. Super happy with it, and I do recommend it for everybody. Alright guys, thanks for watching.